Yeah, yeah. So she's, oh my God, she's something.
We'll be about 5 minutes out, so yeah. The NATBO is what, Michael? Okay. Okay. They're not going to have the NATBO for the live stream. I don't know why.
They're not going to what?
Michael said they're not going to have the NATBO for the live stream. But isn't it supposed to be fluid? Okay.
That's too bad.
There's no need to cut it. It's literally just link it in so that they can. Okay. All right.
Well, can't they just add? Is there not I thought there was a rundown for it. Can't they just add a placeholder and toss it in there? So we have something to toss to?
Yeah. Oh. Can I toss to it or something? Is this Liz? Okay. Okay, thank you. No, I'll just toss to like crowd reaction to the results. Yeah. I'm still trying to get Bingle over this way. I told him we're 5 minutes. I think I see him. I told him we're 5 minutes out.
Thank you. Okay. Cool. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Oh my God. What is this? Is this on?
Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me? Because they have a creme pulled up. Do you want me to have them kill us? They wanted to watch something, so yeah, they have all three of they had the news station websites up, and I guess we were the first to go live. I called Mark and let him know to be careful on the desk. Do you want me to have them try to kill that and go to a different website? All right, yeah, just, it looks like you guys killed it successfully because we were black again, so yeah, okay, you guys are offline now. No, we're on the projector still, but the web stream's down.
Yeah, why leave the web stream on? People want to see behind the scenes.
We're trying to get that since we're not ready yet. They're out here champagne.
Well, good evening and thank you for joining us for the special edition of KREM 2 News. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
And I'm Whitney Ward. We're glad you're here. It is election night all across the inland Northwest. The polls and the drop boxes closed at 8. And just moments ago, those results started to roll in. So let's get right to it.
All right, for Spokane City Council District 1, 2 new candidates, Jonathan Bingle and Nagmana Shirazi, are running. Right now, Bingle is leading in this race. Current council member Kate Burke is choosing not to run for re-election.
As we take a look at City Council position District number 2, that represents downtown as well as the South Hill. Incumbent council member Betsy Wilkerson running unopposed. This is because a judge ruled earlier this year that Tyler LeMasters did not meet the necessary residency requirements.
Let's move on for Spokane City Council District 3. Current City Council member Candace Mumm is not running for re-election. Spokane teacher Zack Zappone and restaurant owner Mike Lish are running for her seat right now. As you can see, Zappone is leading in that race.
Let's head to North Idaho now for the race of Coeur d'Alene mayor. This one has a clear winner, it appears. Just last year, incumbent Mayor Steve Widmeyer announced that he wouldn't be seeking a third term. We'll get to that graphic here in just a few moments.
In the meantime, we'll move on. The race for Post Falls mayor. Kermit incumbent Mayor Ron Jacobson is running against brewery owner Austin Hildebrand, and I believe Jacobson is leading currently in that race.
Let's take a look at Spokane Valley right now if we can. This is for council position number 4. That one is being held by Mayor Ben Wick, who is seeking re-election. Brandon Fenton, a business owner in the valley, has been running against him, and right now, if we can pull up those numbers, it appears that Wick is clearly in the lead at this hour.
All right, we will stay in Spokane Valley for the city council position number 5. Incumbent Pamela Haley is running against business owner Wayne Fenton. Right now, Haley is leading. Wayne is actually Brandon Fenton's dad, who is also running for a council position.
All right, lastly for Spokane Valley City Council position, incumbent Linda Hatcher Thompson has been running against web designer Laura Padden. She is married to State Senator Mike Padden. Right now, Padden is in the lead.
So candidates, as you might imagine, are closely watching the election results right now. We have reporters at watch parties all across the inland Northwest tonight.
So we want to get straight to our reporter Ian Smay, who is live at this moment at the Ruby River Hotel. That is where candidates are starting to see the first of this evening's results roll in. Hi, Ian.
Good evening, Mark and Whitney. It's a jubilant atmosphere down here at the Ruby River Hotel as all the candidates that are at this watch party are in the lead in their races. But right now, I am joined by current City Council President Brian Beggs, who will be serving alongside this new crop of council members come next year. And Brian, just what are your thoughts as the first results have came in?
Well, I've had 3 campaign election nights myself, and my hats are off to all the candidates and all the races. It's such hard work and so honorable to engage with the community, so congratulations to them. I'm excited. We have an amazing city council. We're not by political party, but we have a super majority of the council with one abiding belief, that in Spokane, we all belong. And we're rolling up our sleeves to do family-oriented budgets, deliver the American Recovery Plan dollars for families in this community to move us all forward. And I'm excited to sit down and get to work with these new city council candidates and the many returning ones.
All right, and one of the first races I want to talk about is District 3, where Zappone is leading Michael Lish by about 4 percentage points. What are your thoughts there? Zappone did come in as the progressive in that race against Lish, who was more on the conservative side, and it looks like the progressives will hold that seat.
Well, yeah, one of the things about Zach is he's really an expert on land use. And in that district, people are so concerned about development and, again, making it work for families and neighborhoods. And so people understand that. He has an approach to homelessness that puts people first, understanding that when you heal people's trauma and get them housed, that's how you get them into permanent housing and being productive. So I'm super excited to work with Zach as the newest representative from District 3.
All right, and then another race, Northeast Spokane, District 1. That looks like that'll now have 2 conservative council members if tonight's results hold, with Jonathan Bingle leading Nagmana Shirazi. What do you think about having possibly the most conservatives the board has had in a long time?
Well, one of the things about Councilmember Cathcart and soon-to-be Councilmember Bingle, looks like, although the votes aren't done, is they both care about people. And I've spent a lot of time with Mr. Bingle, and I'm confident that we can work well and find things. That district is the poorest district and the least engaged, you can tell by the voter turnout. And so we're really working to bring them into the fold again so that people in District 1 also believe that they belong in Spokane just like everybody else.
And as council president, what do you think the most important topic for you guys to tackle will be next year when the new council members take office?
So housing, housing, and housing. We have experienced this crazy uptick in housing values that's driven people into homelessness and kept first-time homebuyers out. people who are renters, which is half the city, are really struggling. So we are going to work to increase the supply of housing as best we can. Council developed a 35-point plan to do that, and we'll be implementing all that next year.
All right, and speaking of that, yesterday you guys unanimously voted to approve the acceptance of more than $15 million in grant money for the rental assistance program. How much did that mean to you guys to get that passed?
Well, the thing about rental assistance is it means something for everybody. It means something for the landlords who haven't gotten paid, and it means something for the security of families who just want to stay in their housing. But the challenge is getting it out the door. We've only gotten about a third of the rental assistance out the door, not counting that $15 million. So we have to work harder with our vendors to get that money out the door and working for Spokane.
All right, thank you so much, Brian.
Thank you.
All right, also in the 2 school board races, Bedford is leading Gefkin, as you heard earlier, by a substantial margin, and Riley Smith leading Cada Dean by a good amount. But again, it's still too early to call any of these races as there are many votes still left to count. Reporting from the Ruby River Hotel, Ian Smay, KREM 2 News.
All right, Ian, thank you very much. And many other candidates for Spokane City Council positions having another watch party at the historic Davenport Hotel tonight.
That's where we find KREM 2's Amanda Rowley tonight. And Amanda, I understand you are with one of the candidates who is leading at this point tonight in Jonathan Bingle, correct?
Yeah, that's right, you guys. I'm here with Jonathan Bingle. Just moments ago at 8 o'clock, everyone was on their phones, refreshing, waiting for those results to come in, and they did, showing that Jonathan Bingle is leading in his race. And we heard from this podium that he's a clear winner, and the crowd's reaction. Take a listen to this.
Jonathan Bingle is a clear winner in District 4.
And there you have it, quite a roaring crowd. And now joining me live here is Jonathan Bingle. And I told you earlier, I saw Emily run up to you, show you her phone, and it was just a big excitement reaction from you. So, yes. How are you feeling?
Well, I mean, you know, it's been 9 really long months of hard work and effort by a lot of people. I am so happy with the results tonight. I'm so grateful. I'm so honored that you know, my childhood home voted, you know, with confidence in me, and I cannot explain the gratitude that I feel. So. Yeah.
Nearly 57% of the vote. Can you believe that?
It was no, I absolutely cannot. I mean, Nagmana worked so hard. They ran so hard. I mean, I had no idea what to expect coming in. I was really hoping for a good result, but this blew me away. I don't know how to describe it right now. So.
And what did you say to your family? A lot of folks congratulating you. Still not certified, but you have a significant lead.
Yeah. I mean, just a lot of congratulations, and a lot of people in this room, my family especially. I mean, they've been working so hard for, again, 9 months, you know, and just, I mean, in the times when things are, you know, you're really down or whatever, you know, being that great strength, that great encouragement, you know, and when you're feeling good, encouraging you to just keep going and keep working hard. I mean, my family has been invaluable, and I'm so thankful for them, all the people in the room, the supporters, the volunteers, everybody who did everything. I'm so grateful to everybody right now. So.
What would you say to your opponent if you had the chance this evening?
I would say, Nagmana, thank you so much. I appreciate you stepping up to represent our community. I appreciate your passion. I appreciate your drive to see, what she would say. You know, she was fighting for the marginalized, and I echo that sentiment. And I would say, keep fighting for those people. I want to be an ally with you when you're fighting for marginalized voices. So don't stop. Keep going. Yeah.
And for voters watching tonight, what do you have to say to them choosing you so far?
Yeah, again, I'm so humbled. I'm so thankful. Thank you so much. And I'm going to get to work as soon as I take my wife on a vacation.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Jonathan, for making the time, and congratulations so far here.
Thank you, yes.
We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Amanda, thank you very much. Hey, happy wife, happy life.
That's right.
Very good. All right, Amanda Rowley, thank you very much. We want to head back down to our Ian Smay, who once again is live at the Ruby River Hotel.
Yes, we understand that he has the the person who appears to be at this point the winner tonight for District 3 in the Spokane City Council race. That is Zack Zappone right now, leading with 52% of the vote. Ian?
Mark Whitney, as you said, I'm here with Zack Zappone, who is leading the District 3 race in Northwest Spokane. Zack, how are you feeling right now?
You know, I'm really excited about the results tonight. I want to thank the voters for standing up against big money and big interests. We were the underdogs in this race. We were outspent with a record amount of money from special interests, over almost $300,000. And so we've had a message that resonates with voters. We've been standing up for working and middle class people, and we've got the message that's been doing that. I'm happy that voters have been able to see through the smear and the lies and be able to stand up for what's right and our values of honesty and running a positive campaign and standing by what works for working people.
All right, it is still a little too early to call. There's 4 percentage points between you two. But if this result holds and you win office, what is your first plans next year?
Yeah, you know, I think our first plans is to address what people are talking about. What is the issues of our community? It's addressing the affordable housing crisis, taking real action on homelessness. These are the things that we know we need to address. We need to improve our public safety system and address mental health issues. So this is the things that I want to work on. These are the things that voters have talked about, and we definitely expect our lead to continue to grow.
All right, now I want to talk specifically about housing. Just spoke with Council President Brian Beggs. He said he thinks that's the biggest issue for you guys next year if you do win office. What are some of your plans? What do you hope to see change there?
Yep, like I've been mentioning throughout this campaign, is that I think we need housing that's going to impact and improve for working and middle class people. And so I want to work on how can we build along our centers and corridors where we have infrastructure to support more housing, denser housing, more multifamily units, but also mother-in-law cottages. How can we create that missing middle market so that our kids and our future can continue to live in Spokane? These are the things I see as a teacher all the time. I've worked on the skills to get them, and I'm confident that we'll be able to address those in the next year.
All right, and I'm sure you saw on Monday the council unanimously passed the acceptance of over $15 million for the rental assistance program from state and federal grants. How important is it to keep those programs going as the pandemic continues?
Yeah, I think it's incredibly important. I work on relief for COVID, and people are still struggling out there. So we need to get those resources to people so that they're able to get back on their feet and stable. I'm excited that we get to tackle these real issues in our community, and I believe I've continue to have the skills to address those issues.
All right, and just one final question. If you could speak to the people who voted for you tonight, what would you say to them?
Yeah, I just got to say thank you all so much for standing up to big money and showing that when we come together and stand for working and middle class people, that our community wins and Spokane wins. So we are poised to continue to grow our lead, and I trust that we'll continue to do that. And I want to thank you all so much for standing up and getting out the vote and turning up to show what we stand for here in Spokane, which is honesty, hard work, and respect.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and one other candidate that was here was Betsy Wilkerson for South Spokane's District 2. She is the incumbent down there, and she is running unopposed. At last check, she had about 95% of the vote in that race. For now, reporting from the Ruby River Hotel, Ian Smay, KREM 2 News.
Safe to say that Betsy Wilkerson will be taking home that position tonight. All right, Ian, thank you very much.
All right, we want to head back down to our Amanda Rowley right now. She's at the Davenport Hotel. And Amanda, I understand you're with Mike Lish, who at the moment with these initial returns is actually losing or behind Zack Zappone.
Yeah, good evening, guys. I'm here with Michael Lish. I wanted to hear, so we all were refreshing our phones. I saw you had your phone out. So when you saw the initial results come in, what was your reaction? What are you thinking?
It's close.
Yeah, it's very close.
It's one of those things we're going to have to give it some time and see how the ballots come out in the next few days.
Yes. I saw your wife get a bit emotional there. Did you guys talk at all? Or?
Yeah, a little bit. Either way, it doesn't matter if I win or lose. It's still going to be a life-changing event, and we're excited both ways. I mean, I don't know. It's a very emotional journey and experience to do all of this, and just kind of hoping for a final decision tonight.
Sure. That's got to be nerve-wracking too. Yes. It's still it's not over yet, right?
No, because I'm, first time around, I don't know what the next couple of days are going to bring. So.
Sure. And so to be clear for folks tuning in, we have Mike Lish with about 47% of the vote. Your opponent, Zack Zappone, with 52%. But you still have a lot of support here. I noticed that Spokane Mayor Nadine Woodward is here today, mingling around. Have you had a chance to speak with her?
I haven't had a chance yet tonight. so many people to talk to.
Yes.
It's been hard to get around the room and find people when they're not talking to someone else. So.
Sure. What would you want to say to voters? I mean, it's not official yet, so there's still the vote's still out. So what would you want to say to voters this evening?
Thank you for voting. Thank you for being part of the process and taking the time to do it. I mean, I think it's really important that we get people active in voting and knowing that it really can make a difference and change your community.
It's been a long campaign, so I wonder, regardless of the results, what would you say has been the most rewarding from all of this, or the biggest achievement that you've had?
The biggest achievement for me is being able to go out and do a speech. I mean, that was absolutely terrifying for me most of my life until this last year, and it has been terrifying. I'm still not great at it, but I'm getting better. And I wasn't supposed to say that as a politician, but
we're all human. We're all human.
But that's just it. I've really learned that, a lot of times we look at politicians like they're someone else. They're not. They're just people, and they're just people trying to do what they think is right. And I think we need to understand that more too. That we are talking about people.
Well, thank you so much, Mike, and still keeping an eye on those results as they come in the days ahead.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll send it back to you guys.
Amanda, really, thank you very much. Amanda makes a good point. These are just the initial returns. They're not the final results as yet. In the coming days, more votes will be tallied, and those results could change a bit, right?
Absolutely.
All right. In the meantime, let's go over the results so far. For Spokane City Council District 1, 2 new candidates, Jonathan Bingle and Nagmana Shirazi, are running. Right now, Bingle is leading, as you can see right there. Current council member Kate Burke, she's choosing not to run for re-election.
And as we said, for Spokane City Council District number 2, which represents downtown and the South Hill, the incumbent council member is Betsy Wilkerson. She was running unopposed in this campaign because a judge ruled earlier this year that her opponent, Tyler LeMasters, actually didn't meet the necessary residency requirements.
For Spokane City Council District 3, current city council member Candace Mumm not running for re-election this go-around. So Spokane teacher Zack Zappone and restaurant owner Mike Lish, who we just heard from, are running for her seat right now. As you can see, Zack Zappone is currently leading.
All right, let's head across the state line now to North Idaho. This is for the race of Coeur d'Alene mayor. Last year, incumbent mayor Steve Widmeyer announced that he would not be seeking a third term. So 3 candidates were running: former Post Falls mayor Jim Hammond, Coeur d'Alene businessman Joe Alfieri, and recent Coeur d'Alene resident Michael Lish. And right now, as you can see, Jim Hammond is in the clear lead.
And in the race for Post Falls mayor, current incumbent Mayor Ron Jacobson is running against brewery owner Austin Hildebrand. And right now, Jacobson, as you can see, has a hefty lead in that race.
All right, let's bring it back to Spokane Valley and talking about the city council positions. This is for the position number 4, currently held by Mayor Ben Wick, who is seeking re-election. Brandon Fenton, a business owner in the valley, has been running against him. Right now, though, clearly you can see Ben Wick is in the lead.
Staying in Spokane Valley for city council position number 5, incumbent Pamela Haley is running against business owner Wayne Fenton. And right now, Haley is leading, as you can see right there. Now, Wayne is actually Brandon Fenton's dad, who's also running, as we just heard, for a council position.
And lastly, for Spokane Valley City Council position number 7, incumbent Linda Hatcher Thompson running against web designer Laura Patton. She's actually married to State Senator Mike Patton, and you can see right now Laura Patton with 51% of the vote.
We'll have even more election coverage throughout the evening, so for the very latest on the elections, just use our KREM 2 News app.
And we'll have the very latest reactions coming up also tonight on KREM 2 News at 10 on the CW, and then at 11 o'clock here on CBS. We have teams working around the clock to make sure you have all the results you need.
For even more election coverage in the meantime, just text us the word election to 509-448-2000 and we'll send a link directly to your phone.
Thanks so much for watching this special edition of KREM 2 News. Good night.
Well, yeah. Good job to our crew.
Okay, so